On your your site, you say this is something we just had a conversation about that I'd never seen before ever. That part of your job title is for reputation.
Yeah. So marketing and reputation. So, it's kind of a newer focus and facet within the marketing world, but it came around because like Google reviews, Yelp reviews, Facebook, there's so many different websites that leave that feedback. And it's so incredibly valuable as a business owner to respond to that. And so to make sure that A, you're aware of what your customers are experiencing, and B, and almost even more importantly, is that you're able to respond to that feedback. So people are going to see reviews and they're checking reviews before they even buy a pair of shoes, right?
That's right.
So if you're investing in something or a large product or an experience at a higher price point, you're certainly doing your feedback before you select the product or, the service. So by responding to those reviews, you're able to maybe turn a negative into a positive.
Right.
And
I've seen that happen.
You're able to voice, well, actually, I'm her, or maybe you did miss the mark, but you're able to then fix it and turn that experience around. So that's one of the reasons why I focus on reputation, because it's kind of like this digital curb appeal, right? So you have such a good opportunity by responding and monitoring and reviewing those to really provide like your best foot forward.
I just learned 2 new phrases: reputation marketing and digital curb appeal.
Digital curb appeal.
I'm gonna have to really digest this. This is so interesting because it describes exactly what people are going through. Digital curb appeal. I mean, because you know how much people work on making their house looks good. You're driving by. But how often do you think of that digitally? That's pretty awesome term.
Yeah,
digital curb. Oh my gosh.
And it can be overwhelming, and when you're front and center, it's kind of hard sometimes to take that feedback. Not feel icky about it or like be very offended. And so,
I have seen some.
Yes,
I have seen some where the people get so upset and respond in the exact, and I read them and I cringe.
Yes.
Have you ever read reviews where someone responds the wrong way?
Yes. And so that's why, a lot of the times consumers will read between the lines and they can tell, that person was just having a terrible day and it's a one-off. But certainly the way you respond, and that's where I think I can be especially helpful, because I'm kind of the in-between. So I can take the feedback without being offended by it, and I can craft something very like wordy and with your best foot forward, basically, to respond and mitigate any of that damage.
Well, I was looking for your phone number. What's the best way if people want to reach you, KAOI?
Yeah, so my direct line is 808-213-0682, or you can find me on my website at kjcreative.com.
KJ Creative.
Yeah, so KAY, the letter J, creative.com.